Yo, what's up, guys? My name's Ahmad Abdi. I'm a sophomore UT Dallas student studying biology, and I am also a current recipient of the Academic Excellence Scholarship, which covers my entire tuition and fees plus $1,000 per semester. I want to give you guys some tips and tricks that I learned along the way, tips I got from other upperclassmen in order to get this scholarship, and some things I wish I known before. All right, so I've got my list right here, so I make sure I don't forget anything. And this is a no BS method. I'm not going to tell you anything more than you need to know, or anything less, or anything that's like obvious. All right, so number one thing. And these are no particular order, by the way. Number one thing is that scores and grades are everything, right? Stats are everything. This is called the Academic Excellence Scholarship for a reason. It's not called like the Service Scholarship. So the two forefronts of your application that are going to determine if you get the scholarship is your SAT, GPA, your transcript, and rank. Okay, so if any of you are wondering what my stats were, I ended up getting a 1500 SAT. Um, and a 4.34 GPA, and I was ranked, I think, like 11 or 10%, but from an extremely competitive high school. I think one of the most competitive in the nation or in the state. Just to put into perspective, my graduating class had 75 national merit finalists, so it's pretty competitive. So 10% was a big achievement, I feel like. Okay, but I didn't get the scholarship based on the 1500. That's why I retook it. I actually got a 1440 the first time, and I got it off that. So that's gonna lead me to my second point, which I'll get into a little bit of how I got the scholarship with the 1440. Okay. Another thing I want to talk about is, yes, they say they are holistic, but those things are all pushed to the sides. I'm pretty sure they do a screening for scores first because, let's say you're Intel Science Fair winner. That's great, but if you're in the 50th percentile of your class and you have like a 1320 SAT, you're not going to get a full ride, point blank, period. So while you should focus on your essays and things like that, at the end of the day, your two biggest determinants are your scores and your grades. All right. Number two, I think, is the most important part, though, of how I got my scholarship, especially at like more of a mid-tier, lower end score, like a 1440. Okay, it's that you have to apply early. I repeat, please apply early. I'll explain why. The scholarships are given off of a rolling basis. What that means, they have this chunk of money set aside, right? And basically it's first come first serve. Whoever comes, they get the money, and once they run out, they can't do anything about it. It's on a rolling basis. They don't like wait until the applicants all come in together at one time and then review all of them. What they do is whoever comes first, they review the applicant. Okay, this person's good enough, they give him money. So I kid you not, I know people with higher scores, 35, even a 36 SAT scores, that do not get any, not even half a scholarship because they applied too late. My recommendation is try to aim as early as you can. Myself, I applied the first day. I had my essays written. I had everything written in summer. I had everything ready to go, plus my SAT scores. And when that first day hit, I just pressed submit. So I think that's a big reason why I got the full scholarship with a 1440. I could have gone with a 1500. I'll talk about other strategies later. Okay, so applying early is the number one key, but I wouldn't rush it too fast. If you're not comfortable with your essays or not comfortable with short answers, you're not comfortable with your scores right now, don't worry, don't rush it. I said like maybe the latest October, but there is a priority deadline, so I would go before that, but make sure to turn it in early. Now, another thing I would like to add is that you can always email them if you get a score update for them to increase your scholarship amount. So, for example, my friend, he got a lower score. He applied. He got a half scholarship. He took it again, the ACT, got a much better score. Applied again. Not applied again. He emailed them like, please reconsider. I just sent these things. It would be a great help. I needed to pay for my college, and this is one of my top choices. And he ended up getting a full scholarship. So that, always keep that in mind and never lose hope. But do not turn everything in unless you're completely prepared, because there's a chance they won't. Fulfill it because they've already gotten your score before and they're running out of money. That's a mistake I made. I was in a rush because I heard from other people, apply early. I applied with a 1440, got a $1,000 stipend. But if I had just waited one more month and applied with a 1500, I'm pretty sure I would have gotten a $3,000 stipend like a lot of my friends did. I just jumped the gun, but I'm not complaining. I'm very grateful where I am right now. This is not a flex, by the way. I just want to help you guys out, okay? Number three, About other scholarships and what do you do if you didn't get a scholarship. First, I'm going to talk about other scholarships that are a big deal. If you're number one is if you're a junior right now, I would say grind hard on the PSAT. That's something I didn't do. I got like a 12 something, 1300 something. Um, and I ended up, but the national merit scholarship they give is pretty hefty. I'm pretty sure they give you like a full ride, I think $4,000 stipend or something crazy like that, and they give you like a free semester of study abroad, bunch of connections, honors college, all that jazz. Okay. Um, Number two, McDermott scholarships. That's I don't have too much experience on that, but that's an extremely prestigious award. You get connections, you get so much freaking money. It's like ridiculous. Like I think it's like 250K in total for one person. So it's like God, you make a lot. I think it's 8K stipend per semester. Study abroad, flights, trip here and back. They give you internships, so that's crazy. Apply if you're a high level candidate. And lastly, I would say the valedictorian scholarship. This is very good if you go to maybe a smaller school, and your scores aren't that high. I know people that went to a graduating class of like maybe 20 people. They made sure they grinded out their things, but their SAT wasn't as strong. But the fact they were number one in their class, they got a full scholarship, but without stipend. But hey, whatever works, right? You don't want debt here, okay? Even a half scholarship works, okay? Um, Lastly, I would, if you don't get a scholarship, number one is not the end of the world. I know it sounds cliche, but it really isn't. Um, just be blessed that you haven't even a chance or opportunity to even go to college. But there are ways to get around this. So you can always appeal again, and they can look deeper into your application and tell them your strengths. Look at your like because they are holistic, but even though they more look at your scores more, tell them about like email them and explain like everything of why you should get a scholarship. That this is your first choice school. If you don't get one, you won't be able to afford it. Things like that. I'm not gonna get into FAFSA because that's something else, right? Um, Also, if that doesn't work and you really want to get the AES, I would recommend going to community college for 1 or 2 years and grind the hell out of it. Secure that 4.0. Get some extracurriculars in there. Apply again for the transfer scholarship, and you'll end up getting a half scholarship because something is better than nothing. Because UTD is an extremely expensive school. I think it's the most expensive public university in Texas. Okay, so I really hope this helps you guys. I know AES has changed. This is from when I was applying, which was 2018, and I graduated in 2019. I was class of 2019 in high school. So I know the year after they've changed it. If anyone else sees this video and you guys are a current applicant, please let me know down in the comments and I will research it, talk to other people who have been some freshmen. I know a few freshmen, and I can talk to them how they got their scholarship, and I'll make another video. Hopefully this helps someone out there. And if you're already searching up how to get a scholarship, you're in good hands because you're proactive and you should be proud of yourself. And I hope you all the best. And that's it. See you guys and peace.